Hey YouTube, it's Libra Finesse here on this beautiful day in Arizona. Whew, it's been a lovely day. I've been running all day, tired, but it's been a lovely day. Despite all the hysteria that's going on, it's been a lovely day, and I hope that you all have had the same, a wonderful day, and many more to come. So last night, like late last night, I was on YouTube just, going through my favorite readers and just people that I subscribe to. And I came across a Libra read from Divinely Feminine. I've subscribed to her channel. I love her reads. She's a tarot card reader. She just her reads are awesome. She's amazing. Has amazing content. She's just a good reader overall. Like I said in my previous videos, I don't watch a lot of the other signs. Like if it's not Leo, Libra, or Capricorn, which is my sun, moon, and rising, I really don't watch other signs. But I usually catch her. I'll catch her weeklies, and then I'll catch her Libra readings. And I have to say, yesterday, hands down, was the best reading, like, for Libras I've heard ever. And I watch a lot of Libra readings, and what she was talking about, I mean, the cards were just singing, like, it was just such a good reading. So I'm going to get into a snippet of what she was talking about. So it's Divinely Feminine, it's her channel, and she did a reading on Libras, and it was titled, Your Success is a Sure Thing. That was a catchy title. So I'm like, oh, I gotta see what she's talking about, and I'm so glad that I did. So she goes in and talks about which week this covers, from March 16th to March 21st, and she talks about having illumination with solitude, which is basically spending time reflecting in solitude. Spending time, whether it be through meditation or whatever you do as a routine, daily, weekly, however, hourly, whatever you do, spend time reflecting and in solitude. She says that insight is coming during meditation. So if you're meditating, again, whatever it is that you do, 5 to 10 minutes of quiet time for yourself, meditating and spending time in solitude is what she was saying, the insights will come. And then also going through an awakening. She talks about going through an awakening with illumination, basically within yourself, seeing things more clearly than you have before. And again, she talks about taking 5 to 10 minutes to yourself to heighten your vision, as opposed to before you may have been seeing things through rose-colored glasses or murky lenses. With this illumination and going within, you'll see things more clearly than you have before. And she also talks about, in the past, you may not have seen the truth in things. So a lot of times they'll live through moments and not see the truth in it. And I'm not saying not seeing what you want to see in it, but also just not seeing the truth in things. She talks about living in the moments of not seeing the truth, but then at one point in time, you have an aha moment. An aha moment which brings insight and will lead you to your next big idea. She talks about that through meditation. Through meditation, you'll a lot of times, in my saying, it'll come within the first hour, within the first day, within the first week, but you'll have that aha moment, that idea that'll come to your mind that will lead you to, other things, other golden nuggets. And she says the insight will lead you to your next big idea, and that will take you to what you want to create or manifest. So keep in mind and keep a watchful eye out for that aha moment, that idea that's going to come to your mind, and it'll lead you to the things that you're desiring or manifesting. Also, she talks about, you feel as though you have been going against a mountain during a rough time, basically just going against something that you felt was immovable. It was stronger than you. Maybe you thought mentally that it was stronger than you, going through things that you feel were rough for you, that you thought that you would never, get past. She talks about, at times you may have felt like you were going up against a mountain, but the enlightenment is here. So basically letting you know that those hard times are over. The mountain that you felt was immovable has moved, and your enlightenment is here. She talks about leadership, some people being called to lead. If that's your passion, if that's something that you felt that you were purposely put here to do, or if that's just something that you feel, okay, I get my most enjoyment in leading people, follow that. Maybe that's your aha moment, that's your idea that came to you. She also talks about something that you have to say that is beneficial for others. Again, if you're leading and speaking to others, whether it be crowds or individuals within your leadership, there's something beneficial in your words that others need to hear. She goes in to talk about, for some, there may be a promotion. The universe is supporting you at this time, and that may be through a promotion or a financial advancement, or just any way that you see fit. Watch for the signs. She talks about the potential that you have being untapped. She says that the potential that you desire, untapped potential you desire, is inside of you. And you're tapping into your internal potential, seeing opportunities that were right under your nose this whole time. So when you're tapping into your potential that's inside of you, and you're receiving enlightenment, whether whether it be through meditation or whatever, she's talking about that there are opportunities that you're now seeing that have been right under your nose the whole time. Basically wonders, things taking place for Libra, she says. Unbeknownst to you, the universe is working for you. Like I say in my other videos, even when it looks like things aren't working for me, they're working for me. And we don't always know the path or the steps that the universe, God, spirit, or source is taking on our behalf. But we just know, okay, when it happens, wow, that was amazing. You say your prayer, you put it out into the universe, and you leave it. You don't keep harping on it. Like they say, you put a seed into the ground, and you do not go back within 20 minutes and say, hey, seed, nothing's growing yet, and I'm upset. No, you sow your seed, and you wait for the benefits to reap. You wait. The power is within the seed. Like the trees that we see, there were seeds planted. The tree was in the seed. In the small, tiny seeds, the tree was in that. So she talks about that. Unbeknownst to you, things are happening. Things that you were doing, your actions in the past, like meditation, positive mindset, just the things that you were changing, were basically cultivating. You were cultivating, and that's through the actions that you were recently taking, which were bringing yourself into alignment with greatness. So the things that you have done, whether it be starting a new meditation or starting a new path or being more mindful or being more prayerful, basically it was bringing you yourself into alignment with greatness. She talks about you're going to be seeing wonders. And people will be in awe of it. People will be inspired by you. She sung the song by Drake, Started From the Bottom. She says that's the feeling that you'll have. Like, wow, I started from nothing. Started from the bottom. And she says the people who judged you and spat on your name for any situation, like situations that you may have been in and that you were walking through because you didn't do what they felt you should have. People spat on your name. They said bad things about you. They may have did bad things to you because they felt you should have done what they wanted you to do. Those people will be looking, and I quote what she said, I fell out laughing. She said they will be looking at you wide-eyed and slack-jawed while the universe pours its abundance upon you. That warmed my heart right there, because we've all been through things like that. We've all been through times where we were in a situation and we did what we felt was right, although there were people telling us, hey, maybe you should do this or maybe you should do that. We did what we wanted to do, and people may have turned their back on you, or they may have said bad things about you or did bad things to you, but you made it out of that. But just at that moment in time, you weren't doing what they thought you should do, and it's because it's your life. You have to live your life, live for yourself. But like she says, those things that you were doing, those actions that you were taking, were cultivating. They were cultivating and bringing you into alignment with greatness, bringing yourself into alignment with greatness. So like she said, those people who said bad things about you, did bad things to you, or just turn their backs on you, they will be looking at you wide-eyed and slack-jawed while the universe pours its abundance on you. She says the experiences that you have gone through have been an enlightenment of a deeper level of awareness and you wonder why certain things happen in your life, and we have to look at the lesson through it all. Everything's a lesson, and the things that you went through, they were just basically enlightenment on a deeper level for your awareness. So don't wonder why things have happened to you. The things that you have done, like go into hermit mode and be isolated from certain situations, circumstances, or events, or people, going into hermit mode and being isolated, that has benefited you, she says, in bringing in wisdom and enlightenment, because a lot of times we find the most wisdom and enlightenment when we go within. I mean, you can take advice and seek things from others, but the ultimate benefit is when you go within and you seek it from within. So when you go into isolation and you go into hermit mode, that's a good thing. She says that you were benefiting. You were benefiting. You were helping yourself. She talks about it being like when someone turns the light on. Say you went into the darkness and you got the light. It feels like, okay, you walk into a dark room and someone turns the light on. That's how it feels. She talks about you're full of your potential, your greatness. You're coming into alignment with your purpose as a result of the work you've done. So again, as a result of going into hermit mode, being isolated, following your true path, following your heart, not listening to what other people say or how they feel or what they think you should do. As a result of your work, there's a gateway of energy being opened up for you, she says. The work in your mind has brought you here. So the isolation, the hermit mode, the following your own path, the meditation and coming into illumination and being enlightened has brought you here. Basically, like I said, changing your mindset. She talks about shifting your perceptions, healing yourself, changing self-limiting beliefs, thinking positive, staying prayed up, going into hermit mode, being isolated, becoming illumined. All those things bring you enlightenment and wisdom. And especially changing self-limiting beliefs. Those, oh my gosh. Those can be the killer sometimes. She talks about expansion designed by destiny. Success and miracles and abundance is coming your way, Libra, she says. Even in the mistakes that you have made, those were basically lessons. The experiences, the things that you have went through, whether it be you look at it as a mistake, an experience, or a lesson, the universe is not holding you account. They're holding you accountable, but they're holding you down right now. We learn from it. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from the experiences that we went through. But at the time, she's saying, now the universe is holding you down. There's no justification in any wrongdoing, but everything that you went through, you have to look at it as a lesson. And she says at this time in your alignment, all the things that you went through, that was basically training. And a lot of times if you went through it with someone else, she says that it was training for them also. So as well as yourself, someone else, whoever went through it with you, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, whoever went through it with you, it was training for them also. She talks about all situations coming from our growth. Sometimes it's positive and then sometimes it's not, but it's okay. Everything that you go through you need to look at it as being a lesson learned. Learn from it and move forward so you don't go through it again. She talked about none of it being lost, so don't think that you've done things in vain or you went through hurt in vain. None of it's being lost. A lot of times it's only a burden when you choose not to learn from it. So if you've gone through a situation, circumstance, or event and you chose not to learn from it, that's when it becomes a burden, because you're carrying that with you. Instead of learning from it and letting it go, you're carrying things that you don't need to carry. A lot of times we'll fill our backpack up with stuff that we don't even need. You choose to have that burden when you go through things and then you don't learn the lesson from it. Always look for the lesson in everything. Always look for the lesson in everything. She says we become illumined when we spend time alone. Like I said, that meditation, becoming illumined, becoming enlightened. When you spend time alone, it's basically, she says, you're taking responsibility for self instead of making it about a person who created some kind of offense within you. So if somebody does something to you, of course we forgive them, but we go within for forgiveness. You go within for forgiveness. You don't make it about what the person did because you don't know what they're going through. You go within for forgiveness. And that's how we become more illumined and enlightened and can find the path of our own success, she says, and happiness. Going within, you'll find the path of your own success and happiness. She talks about the success that is coming for Libras is going to be, and I quote, ignorant. She's like, just rub it all in your face type of ignorant. For the people who look down on you, for the people who shamed you, who turned their back on you, this kind of success that's coming toward us Libras is going to just be so, she said, ignorant with it. And it's going to be in the faces of the people, but in a good way. It's going to be put back in the faces of the people who took advantage of you, who said bad things about you, who did bad things to you. She said it's going to be salty. Hashtag kosher. So salty. And it's okay. It's okay because you know why you went through the things that you went through. The things you went through were the universe setting you up for this success. That's why it's going to be so ignorant, she says. Coming into balance and harmony, knowing that this path is for me, knowing the direction I need to go. So coming into this success, there's going to be balance and harmony. And she talks about us knowing the path that we're supposed to go down, knowing the direction that we need to go down, getting your mind right, basically, like, again, going within, doing meditation, being illumined, getting enlightenment and wisdom as you meditate. As you do that, it's getting your mind right. She talks about Libras being in a place of a new direction, trying to establish a new direction. She said the action that you've been taking was supposed to lead you to fulfillment. Maybe you're working on a project, maybe you're working with a person, anything, and it may have went left at one point in time, but maybe that obstacle was the death of something that created a lot of mess and stress and heartache and headache. But she says there was a change and transformation from that death. There was a change and transformation, the birthing of something new. So maybe you were working on a project and it didn't go the way you wanted it to, and you were working with somebody else and the relationship went bad. So basically it just died out, it fizzled out. But from that death, you have a new idea. You have a new attitude. You're birthing something new. So, you may have went back and forth with something that wasn't bringing you happiness. That was just bringing you down. Again, maybe it was that project. But she says you're thinking of what needs to be done. So you're thinking about, okay, right now, how can I support myself? Asking yourself, what can I do to support myself? And now, since you're illumined and enlightened and you have the wisdom that you need, intuition is speaking to you, saying this is what needs to be done to support the development of maturity for your physical world. This is what needs to be done. She talks about Libras looking for ideas, moving along the path. So the ideas that you had moving along the path may have been cut short due to conflict in mind. Again, you have to get your mind right. You have to meditate. You have to pray. You have to remain positive, even when it looks bad. Even when you think things aren't working out for you, you just have to know that they are working out for you. She says that you felt it to be impossible. You lost hope about some things. Just because that project didn't go through, you may have felt like, okay, this isn't it. Maybe this, you kind of just gave up. But don't ever give up on yourself. Never give up on yourself. That project wasn't meant to work out. So there was a death from that. And that death had to happen so that you can rebirth something. So that you can give birth to a new idea. So that you can figure out what exactly needs to be done so that you can support yourself. She says some toxicities may surface through it all, as they always do. Sometimes when we're moving forward in life successfully, the past comes back. And that may be toxic. People come back. It's a number of things, that may come up in your life. But it will be illumined, so you won't handle the toxicity the same way you did before. You'll know how to handle it because it's not serving you anymore, she says. With you being illumined and having enlightenment and wisdom, you'll take the proper actions against it so you can align with your miracles. Yeah, the toxicity may come in, but it's not going to damage anything. It's not going to damage you. It's not going to cause a tower moment or anything, because now it'll be illumined so that you can see exactly how to handle it and how to move forward and see how this is not serving you, and then take the proper action against it so you can align with your miracles, she says. As things are illumined in your mind, coming to a greater awareness. So again, toxicity comes back, but things are illuminated in your mind, so you have a greater awareness of how to take the proper action to get away from this. She says energy this week. She pulled the card of the Nine of Swords, which was anxiety, fear, but illumination is here. So you don't have to fear anything. You have the wisdom to move forward. You have the enlightenment. You know how to meditate. You know how to change your perception and also change your negative thinking habits. So there's no need to fear at all. She talks about you receiving help because she pulled the Ace of Swords, and she said, she didn't pull the Ace of Swords. She said the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords were there. So you finally see something for what it is. Maybe it's that toxicity coming back, and now you can see it because it's illumined. You can see it for exactly what it is and get the hell away from it. She says that things that don't support the process, like, again, the toxicity. That may be something that went away and now it's back, and you see that, okay, it doesn't support your process. It's not part of your forward movement. It's not part of your growth. You finally see that it's just not for you. It's not meant to be on your path, so you're able to walk away from it because now you have a better understanding. She also talks about this development of a new conscious learning through challenges and changes and not getting caught in what happened or the traps of the past. Challenges and changes help. I feel like they catapult us forward, especially when we're on our path. We have to be open to change. We have to know that, okay, I have the mindset, I'm illumined, I'm enlightened, and I have the wisdom to get through the challenges. I feel like that's with everybody. You need that. You need to have a set mind. You have to have a good mindset to get past things in life. A positive mindset at that. But she says that you're finding a balance and taking steps required to manifest such balance. So basically she talks about better self-care. There's no more fears because you are illumined. You are enlightened. You have the wisdom. There's no more fear. She talks about deception is somewhere, but you will see through it. Again, maybe it's that toxicity that's coming through. She talks about facing fears, uninhibited by worst case scenarios. Don't focus on, oh, what if this happened? What if that happens? Or the traps of the mind. Don't focus on that. She talks about making a decision and going ahead despite of what your fears may be. So I think that's awesome that even though we all have fears, we don't want to fail, we all want to succeed at X, Y, and Z, it's nice to just move forward. Even though you have fears, move forward despite of what you feel. Move forward despite of what's going around you. Move forward despite of what your mind tells you or other people tell you. Just move forward. She talks about that these fears may be due to the past experience of loss and lack. Get that lack mentality out of your mind. Change your perception. Change your thinking habits, and you'll erase all of that out of your mind. She talks about insecurity as being a song in your mind, a negative mindset. And you sing this song unconsciously, and it's not good. Like she says, change your perception, change your way of thinking. She talks about this week you need to affirm your victory. She pulled the card, the Four of Wands, which equals success. She talks about you finally figuring it out. The Four of Wands is saying, okay, you finally got it. Through all the experiences, circumstances, and situations that you went through, you finally see that all that was cultivating this success for you. All that was cultivating success for you and helping you to, it was preparing you for the success. It was cultivating, preparing you for the success. She says, start laying your foundation towards something beneficial, dependable, solid, etc. So basically, live as though you're successful now is how I took it. Lay your foundation. Do the things that you would do had you already received your success. Do the things that you would do despite all odds. She also pulled the Hangman card, which is energy seeing, which is the energy you see yourself and others as. She talks about knowledge and wisdom coming in, a deep level of understanding, willing to face fears in order to see the truth. Again, you know that all that you went through, everything you went through was just cultivating you for this success. So preparing, like when they cultivate the grounds for the seeds and everything, they're preparing for the seeds to sprout and blossom and grow into whether it be produce, trees, and whatever else it is that we need to survive on earth. She talks about what's supporting you now. So your faith is your support. Your right actions, the steps that you take, That's your support system right now. Your faith, you have to stand on that, and standing on faith will support you. She says, death to the fear and the negative thinking relationships that don't work for you. Again, let that go, get it out of your mind. She pulls the King of Wands, which is faith and self manifestation and drive. And again, that just, to me, put just the icing on the cake for everything, because you have to have faith in self to move forward. You have to meditate in order to see your manifestations. You have to see the end before it comes. You have to see the end before it begins, and have the drive to know, okay, no matter what comes along on my obstacle, I'm still going to take that path. I'm still going to stay on my path. I'm still going to stay on my journey. She talks about you have to know it within and without. Things are going to happen that will come to you. And you have to just know that, okay, everything is working for me. Everything is working for me on the within and without. Things will come and will cause you to have a deeper faith, because you will know the favor you're receiving is coming from only the Most High. So the things that come to you are just going to be miraculous wonders. She talks about you knowing them. The things that are coming to you are miraculous and wondrous, and you can only look and know that it's because of your faith that this came. And you know that it came from the Most High, a higher being. When you know that things were working on in the background for you to get to this point, that's a beautiful thing. She says a source so far beyond you, but it's supporting you and loving you unconditionally. So when your wonders come and your success come, you know that it's coming from a source that is just ways unknown, far beyond you. Just ways unknown. She closes out her reading with the Ten of Wands, which is Libra completing a long-awaited cycle. So completion of a lesson, a new way is being paved, she says. She talks about leaving behind a negative way of thinking, being, and no more responsibility for others. You cannot take on the responsibility of others. You can guide others, and you can advise others, but you can't be responsible for their actions. And a lot of times Libras take that to heart, other people's actions. She talks about changing your behaviors and your habits, changing the people that you hang around, bringing balance and harmony into your life. She also pulled the Knight of Cups, which is allowing your heart to lead you and go after your vision and your dream. She also pulled the Page of Pentacles, learning something new, promotion, opportunity, or direction, which all of this is good. All of this is just pointing towards success, 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 success. It's just pointing towards so much success. And the reading really resonated with me, because I can understand, in the past I've had it hard. I felt like, why me? I had that why me. But when I turned it around and went within and started to find answers, just so many good things came to me. It was just like a downpouring of blessings just came into my life. So I can totally resonate with that. She talks about stepping into something new. Aligning yourself with your dreams. Again, get into meditation. See the end before it begins. You have to see the end. See where you're living. See where you're working. See the cars you're driving. See the relationships that you have. See everything that you want, but in your mind, before it'll come to fruition. She talks about that. She says, get clear on your thoughts that support your fulfillment, and beware of things coming to distract you. Again, that toxicity may be coming to distract you, but you're illumined. It is illumined. You're enlightened. You have wisdom. You can see straight through that. You can see through that toxicity, so it will not scare you, and you will not fall down the pits that you fell before, because you know, okay, I see right through this, and I have the wisdom to get past it. I have the wisdom to know how to remove this out of my life with caution. So getting clear on your thoughts, seeing everything that you want, seeing your desires, see them, put them in your mind, lay with them, sleep with them, kiss them, cook with them. See your desires before they come to fruition. That's how they come to fruition, is that you see them so clearly and vividly in your mind. And don't let anything distract you. Stay focused on your fulfillment, she says. Balance and alignment. Protect and support your idea. Protect it, meaning don't tell everyone. You don't have to tell everyone exactly what you're thinking or what you're working on manifesting, or what even has manifested in your life. They will see it. Like she said, they will be looking at you. wide-eyed and slack-jawed because of the way that the universe is going to pour its blessings upon you. It's just, she said it's going to be so ignorant, and I loved it because she put it in real terms. She put it in real terms as, you know what, it's just going to be stupid how the universe is just going to pour the blessings and all the goodness onto you. And everybody who downed you and shamed you and turned their backs on you is going to look and see like, wow, they're going to be in awe. They're going to be in shock and awe that, wow, how did she had it bad. She was going through it bad. And look at her. She blessed, highly blessed and favored. Yes. Protect and support your idea. Protect it by meaning keep it to yourself, and support it by keeping it in your mind, keeping that vision. You keep seeing it. When you see it, you're supporting it. She says, strategize in silence, freeing yourself from devil energy. Again, get still. Quiet the wheels of your mind. Meditate for 5 to 10 minutes when you wake up in the morning. And then throughout the day, keep positive thoughts just pinging around in your brain. Granted, sometimes bad things will come into your mind, but just ping them out of there. Ping them, ping them, ping them, ping them, ping them. Ping them on out of your mind with the goodness. If you flood your mind with good thoughts of joy, prosperity, success, hope, blessings, bliss, indescribable beauty, omnipotent, omniscience, omnipresence. If you just fill your mind with all good things, there's no room for the bad. They'll sit on the outskirts of your mind looking, trying to get in, but it's so flooded with goodness that they can't get in. She pulled an animal spirit card, which was Beaver, which is the builder. And she says, it's time to make your dreams come true. Beaver has a strong work ethic and is able to see things through. Trust in yourself. Trust in yourself. See things through. Like I said, see the end. Get it in your mind. See the end before it comes to fruition. See everything that you desire in your mind clearly, vividly, and frequently. See the end, and your dreams are going to come true. Trust in yourself. She says you will inspire all around you when you follow your dreams. Even though things don't look like they're working out, people, you have to trust that you put the intention into the universe, and the universe is going to work on it for you. You don't have to keep coming back worrying about, oh, is it happening? It hasn't happened yet. Just know in your heart of hearts, you have to know that you know that you know that it is coming to fruition. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like in reality, just know. Go to your mind. When things used to get bad for me, I would go into my mind and see, all the goodness that I desired, and see it vividly, and taste it, touch it, smell it, feel it, just hold it. You have to get in your mind and hold your desire. See it, feel it, taste it, touch it. Get with it. That's how you support it and protect it. You don't have to tell everybody, but you will inspire others because they will see good happening for you over and over and over again. The universe, God, source, or the universe, whoever you believe in, pouring blessings into your life. Your like they say, your bosom will be runneth over. The universe is going to pour blessings into your life. You have to believe that. You have to understand that. And when you start to believe it and feel it, because they say that's the key. That is the key right there. When you're able to believe it and you can feel it, you have to feel it, meaning live it. Even though it hasn't happened yet, live it. That is the key. Everything will come to fruition. Everything you desire, success, finances, abundance, health, just goodness, period. You have to believe and feel it. You have to see it in your mind and feel it and live your reality now. No matter what it looks like, live your reality now as though your desire has come to fruition. Smile like you have $85,000 in the bank. Drive your car like it is the luxury vehicle that you wanted, the Porsche truck, the G-Wagon, the Mercedes, whatever. Drive your car as if it is that. Clean your home as if it is the mansion that you desire to live in. See it in your mind. Live it. Feel it. Taste it. Touch it. Smell it. Get with it. Feel your desire, people. This is Libra Finesse, and also, again, this is a snippet on Divinely Feminine, her Libra video for March 16th through the 21st. It is titled, Your Success is a Sure Thing. Very, very good video. very good video. I encourage you all to go and watch it. This is Libra Finesse here. Take care.